Did you know Yoo-hoo isn't actually chocolate milk? It's a chocolate-flavored drink that's been puzzling people's taste buds since the 1920s, and it doesn't even need to be refrigerated until you open it. So, how does a shelf-stable chocolate drink even work? Today, we're going inside the factory to find out exactly how Yoo-hoo is made from the ingredients to the bottle you grab off the shelf. Back in the 1920s, in a small town in New Jersey, a man named Natale Olivieri ran a small store and made ice cream. He liked to try new things in his kitchen. One day, he mixed chocolate, powder, milk, and water to make a drink that could stay fresh without a fridge. This was important because back then, most chocolate drinks went bad very quickly. Natale wanted a drink that kids could enjoy anytime, and grown-ups could take on trips without worrying it would spoil. People in his town loved it, and soon he was selling bottles of the sweet chocolate drink. In the 1950s, Yoo-hoo started selling all over America. Even a famous baseball player, Yogi Berra, was in the ads and said its name in a funny way. During the war and after, people liked that Yoo-hoo did not need to be kept cold. It was great for lunchboxes and long trips. What started in a small town became a favorite drink in the whole country, loved for its light chocolate taste and its bright yellow label. Every bottle of Yoo-hoo starts with finding and bringing in the right ingredients. Trucks come to the factory loaded with clean water, cocoa powder, whey protein from milk, sugar, corn syrup, and a small mix of vitamins and minerals. Each ingredient has its own job. The cocoa gives the chocolate taste, the whey makes it creamy, the sugar and corn syrup make it sweet and smooth, and the vitamins make it a little healthier. When a truck arrives, workers don't just unload it and start making the drink. They first check everything to make sure it is clean, fresh, and safe. The water goes through special filters to remove anything that shouldn't be there. Cocoa powder is kept in sealed bags in a dry room, so it doesn't get wet or lose flavor. Whey powder is checked for smell, color, and freshness. If it's not perfect, it is sent back. Even the corn syrup is tested to make sure it is clear and thick, just the way it should be. If anything is not right, if it tastes different, looks strange, or got damaged on the way, the factory will not use it. Only the best ingredients are allowed to move to the next step. This way, every bottle of Yoo-hoo tastes the same and has the same quality no matter when or where you buy it. After the ingredients arrive, they need to be stored in a way that keeps them safe and fresh until it's time to make the drink. The cocoa powder and powdered milk are poured into big, dry storage bins that are kept sealed so no dust, insects, or moisture can get in. If even a little bit of water touches the powder too soon, it can form lumps or spoil the flavor, so workers make sure these bins stay completely dry. The liquid ingredients, like corn syrup, are pumped straight into huge stainless steel tanks. These tanks are closed off from the air to stop dirt, bacteria, or other unwanted particles from getting inside. The tanks also keep the syrup at the right temperature so it doesn't get too thick or sticky before mixing. Before any water is used, it goes through a cleaning process. This includes running it through special filters that remove tiny bits of dirt, sand, or anything else that could make the drink unsafe or change its taste. This step is important because clean water is the base for the whole drink, and any bad taste in the water would affect the final product. By storing every ingredient in the right place and under the right conditions, the factory makes sure the flavors stay fresh, the texture stays smooth, and no harmful germs have a chance to grow before production begins. This is where the magic really begins. The workers carefully measure cocoa powder, sugar, milk powder, and corn syrup so that every batch tastes exactly the same. The dry powders are poured from large storage bins into a giant funnel that feeds into the mixing tanks. These tanks are made of shiny stainless steel, which is easy to clean and doesn't add any unwanted taste to the drink. The corn syrup, which comes in as a thick liquid, is pumped directly into the tanks through long pipes. Everything is weighed and checked before mixing, so the flavor will be perfect every time. Once all the ingredients are inside, strong metal blades begin to spin. They turn fast enough to break up any lumps in the cocoa or milk powder, mixing them evenly with the clean, filtered water. This spinning action is important because it makes the drink smooth and creamy instead of grainy. The mixing also helps the sugar dissolve fully, so you don't get any gritty texture in the drink. At this stage, the factory adds a special ingredient called an emulsifier. Its job is to keep the cocoa and milk from separating over time, so the drink stays the same from the first sip to the last. The mixing continues until the liquid is a rich, even brown and has the perfect chocolate smell. After the chocolate mix is ready, it is sent through large metal pipes into a special heating machine. Here, the drink is made very hot for a short time. This heat kills any tiny germs that could make people sick. It also helps the drink stay safe to drink for many months, even if it is not kept in a fridge. The heating must be done very carefully. If it's not hot enough, the germs might not die, but if it's too hot for too long, the taste could change. To make sure it's just right, the machine has sensors that check the temperature every second. These sensors send signals to the control panel, and if the heat changes even a little, the system fixes it right away. This way, the drink is always heated at the perfect level. Once the heating is done, the mix moves quickly to the next step before it can cool down or pick up any germs again. Right after heating, the chocolate drink is still very hot. If it stayed that hot, it could lose some of its fresh taste. So, the drink is sent through a cooling system made of long metal pipes with cold water flowing around them. This cools the drink down quickly without touching the water. The goal is to bring it to just the right temperature, not too hot, not too cold, so it's ready for bottling. Cooling also helps keep the drink safe. By lowering the temperature fast, the factory stops any germs from growing again. The pipes are made of stainless steel, which is smooth and shiny inside. This makes it easy to clean and stops anything from sticking to the walls. The cold water around the pipes is changed often, so it always works well. Once cooled, the drink is moved straight to the filling machines, so there's no chance for dust, dirt, or germs to get in before it's sealed in bottles. Once the chocolate drink is cooled, it moves through stainless steel pipes straight into the bottling area. Here, the bottles are waiting, but they aren't just sitting around open. First, each empty bottle is washed with clean, hot water and then blasted with filtered air to make sure there's no dust or tiny dirt inside. Some factories also use a special cleaning spray that kills germs but is safe for food. This way, every bottle starts completely clean before any drink goes inside. After cleaning, the bottles move along a moving belt toward the filling machine. This machine pours the exact same amount of drink into every single bottle. Special sensors watch the process and stop the machine if a bottle isn't in the right place, so there are no spills or half-filled bottles. Once filled, the bottles go straight to the capping machine. This puts on a tight cap that locks in the freshness and stops anything from getting inside. The caps are sealed so well that you'll often hear a pop when you open a fresh bottle. That's the sound of the airtight seal breaking. Once the bottles are filled and capped, they travel on a moving belt to the labeling station. Here, a machine quickly wraps each bottle with its bright yellow Yoo-hoo label. These labels don't just make the bottle look nice, they also give important information like the ingredients, nutrition facts, and the best before date. The machine places each label in the exact same spot so every bottle looks neat and uniform. If a label goes on crooked or is missing, sensors spot the mistake and push that bottle aside so it doesn't go to the stores. After labeling, the bottles head toward the packaging area. Workers or machines group the bottles into packs, sometimes in boxes, sometimes wrapped in clear plastic. The packaging protects the bottles during transport and makes it easier for stores to stack them neatly on shelves. For bigger orders, like for supermarkets, the packs are placed on wooden pallets and wrapped tightly in stretch film to keep them from moving during delivery. This step also makes loading onto trucks faster and safer, so the bottles don't tip over or break on the way to the store. Once the bottles are packed and placed on pallets, they are ready to leave the factory. Large forklifts pick up the pallets and carry them to the loading area where big delivery trucks are waiting. Each truck is carefully loaded so the bottles are safe and don't shift around during the trip. Heavy items go on the bottom, lighter ones on top, and everything is secured with straps or wrapped in more plastic if needed. The trucks then head out to different places, supermarkets, small shops, vending machine suppliers, and even schools or sports centers. Some deliveries are close by and arrive the same day, while others travel hundreds of miles and take a few days to reach their destination. The drivers follow planned routes to make sure every store gets its order on time. By the time the Yoo-hoo bottles arrive, they are still fresh, clean, and ready for someone to pick up, open, and enjoy that familiar chocolate taste.